Welcome back to the channel, my friends. It's always a joy to have you here as we continue exploring the deep, often hidden truths of spiritual practice. Today's episode may be one of the most eye-opening we've ever discussed. If you've been practicing diligently, chanting, meditating, doing good deeds, making offerings but still feel stuck, unlucky or surrounded by hardship, you may be facing something most people never talk about. Your merits, your hard-earned spiritual currency, might be quietly disappearing not by accident, but by design. How? That's what we're about to uncover. Master Mengcan, one of the most respected modern Buddhist masters, once said something that shocked even seasoned practitioners: you may do good, you may generate merit, but if your mind is wrong, your merit will be beaten. What could that possibly mean? Aren't merits permanent? Isn't every act of kindness a deposit in our spiritual bank account? Well, yes and no. Let's break it down together, because this truth could be the key to unlocking years of stagnant practice. Let's start by understanding what merit is. In Buddhism, merit is the subtle energy generated by good deeds, right intentions, and virtuous thoughts. It's the positive karma that supports favorable conditions in this life and the next. Think of it as light. The more merit you have, the more light surrounds you, making your path easier, your decisions clearer, your heart more peaceful. But here's the twist: merit is not indestructible. Under certain conditions, it can vanish, or worse, it can be consumed by the very mind that generated it. Imagine this: you donate generously to charity, but in your heart, you feel superior to those you helped. You offer incense at the temple, but afterward, boast to others about your piety. You perform rituals daily, but inwardly judge those who don't. These attitudes, pride, arrogance, comparison, are the silent predators of merit. According to Master Mengcan, they're like spiritual parasites, feeding off the light you generate until nothing remains. He calls this the night demon of the mind. Not a supernatural being, but the shadow of ego. The part of us that turns even virtue into vanity. And the most dangerous thing, it operates silently. You won't know your merit is disappearing until life starts falling apart and you can't understand why. Let's make this real with a story. A woman in her 40s was a devout practitioner. She sponsored sutra printings, donated to monasteries, volunteered weekly, and never missed a single daily chant. Yet, her health began to deteriorate. Her finances plummeted, her relationships soured. At first, she believed she was under a spiritual attack. She sought blessings, had her karma read, even did exorcisms. Nothing helped. Finally, she met a monk who asked her one simple question: when you give, do you feel love or pride? The question stunned her. She realized that every act she performed, though outwardly virtuous, had been inwardly contaminated. She gave to feel superior. She served to feel important. She practiced to feel exceptional. That not, she cried for hours. The next morning, she began again, but this time with humility. Slowly, things changed. Her merit, now pure, began to truly accumulate. So what's the real cause behind lost merit? It's not demons, it's not curses, it's not fate. It's ego. The unexamined, undisciplined mind is the greatest threat to spiritual growth, and Master Mengcan didn't stop there. He explained that not only pride, but subtle mental habits like jealousy, impatience, or the craving for recognition all act as channels for merit to leak out. Think about your own life. Have you ever helped someone, but later felt bitter they didn't thank you? Have you ever done charity, but secretly hoped others would notice? Have you ever practiced devotional, but looked down on those who didn't? These moments, fleeting as they are, act like small holes in your spiritual vessel, and slowly, drop by drop, your merit drains away. But here's the hopeful part: merit can be protected, it can be multiplied. And it begins not with doing more, but with doing better. Doing with purity. Doing with no self. Master Mengcan emphasized a practice he called emerit mindfulness. Every time you perform a good act, pause afterward. Reflect, did I do that from love or ego? If ego, don't panic. Just recognize it. Repent sincerely. Redirect your mind. This simple habit transforms every act into an opportunity for purification. He also taught about the 3 poisons that eat merit like fire: greed, anger, and delusion. These 3 are like spiritual acid. You can be chanting 1,000 Buddhas, but if your mind is caught in these, you're building castles on sound. So he advised regular mental purification, sitting silently, visualizing your past actions, and offering them back to the Dharma with a heart of surrender. Another story illustrates this vividly. A young businessman, highly successful, began practicing Buddhism to gain peace. He became very generous, sponsored temples, fed the poor, donated to animal shelters, but despite this, he constantly felt empty. An old monk told him, "You've decorated your altar, but forgotten to sweep your heart." As those words hit hard, the businessman began journaling his motives every day. Soon, he realized most of his giving came from fear, not love. Fear of bad karma, fear of being unlucky. He shifted. He began giving anonymously. He stopped announcing his acts, and over time, he found a joy that had nothing to do with recognition. That joy was merit, the kind that cannot be eaten. There's another layer to all this. Master Mengcan revealed that merit can also be transferred, not just to others, but to lower realms, ghosts, hungry spirits. But here's the catch: if your mind is impure, you don't transfer merit, you feed them with your energy. You literally become a spiritual food source. He said, beings of lower realms feed on your intention. If your deeds are selfish, they don't receive your merit. They drain your spirit. Imagine that. You think you're doing good, but instead, you're being drained because the offering is tainted. So how do you protect your merit? With purity, with humility, with consistency. Chant, but chant for others. Give, but give in silence. Help, but help without attachment. Love, but love with emptiness. This is the Buddhist way. This is the heart of the Bodhisattva. And remember, the true measure of your merit is not how much you do, but how much you've let go. In the end, your mind is the temple, your heart is the offering, and your life is the altar. Thank you for watching this video. If today's topic opened your eyes or touched your heart, I encourage you to share in the comments. Have you ever felt your merit slipping away? What did you do to recover your energy? Your story may help someone else avoid the same pain. Please subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Our community is built not just on views, but on truth, honesty, and the courage to grow. Until next time, protect your light, and let your merit shine not through words, but through the quiet radiance of a pure heart.